Hey race fans, welcome to another Arena Death Demolition Derby race today. There's no track out there, it's just a bunch of obstacles, and everybody's got a different place they're coming in onto the track and smashing it up. Yes, you can see the arrows showing, hey, you can come in any way you want to, as long as you're not too close to your enemy and shooting them right off the bat. Well, you can shoot them right off the bat. There is no rules in this race today. It means you just death and destruction. We do have one ramp there with a couple turrets parked around it. As you can see here, we got all kinds of excitement going on. And there is the gateway, or however you want to call that thing. There's turret number 1 with a big old gun right there. You can jump, but you'll get shot. And there's turret number 2. Yes, you go near it, you'll get shot. There's Starbuck in his blue car. And coming up next to him is Sprocket, the team leader, in his little speedster car. And then we got, coming over here, Fiery Grave in his entourage of bikes. These guys are always looking for souls to collect. There can only be one. You got Soul Rider, we got Spectre, and Ghost. Makes out that little trio of gangsters that go around sliding over top of you and blowing you up. Then we got Trenton with his blue little GTO, and then we got Maxim and his green smashing machine. And then we got a new one on the track today. We got Mamma Mia, and she's just out there waving her napalm saying, hey, come and get me. I'm going to fire and cook you up. And then we got Yuri and Yakov in the ice cream truck. Yeah, these two are really crazy guys out there looking for some crazy guys. And then it looks like we're off. It looks like Sprocket's out there heading towards the Trenton and Maxim area. Looks like those guns are winding up and ready to rock and roll if he can get anybody in range. And then looks like Soul. Yeah, that's the Soul guy. That Soul Rider out there. He's taking off like a bat out of hell. Taking off and looking for some souls to collect. And let's just see what we got coming over here on the other side of the track. It looks like Yakov is out front with his ice cream truck. You can hear that ding, 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 ding. And our ice cream is made of napalm. Yes, it is. That could be explosive going on anywhere near those guys. And it does look like Mamma Mia went out there and put some rounds and put a few bullet holes in the side of Trenton's car. And Trenton's like, hey, I too can play at that game. And looks like he's burning rubber and going forward. And yep, there's bullets flying between those two cars. And it does look like there's a little anger right off the bat. As they come right out of the gate, they're shooting at each other. Take no prisoners. That's the kind of racing we like to see. And then you see Sprocket there and Starbuck heading in. It's like, yep, but they're still out of range. And they're just like, hey, we're going a Sunday drive while everybody else is shooting each other up. But, you know, that can be in your advantage sometime. And it does look like there's Ghost coming up there next to Soul Rider. Soul Rider, yes, indeed. Yes, it is. He's heading out there to get some souls. And then, whoa, that does look like Yuri just did a power slide around, and it's aiming for the corner over there. It looks like he's got his eye set on Mamma Mia. He's going to go after her and give her some love, I gotta say. Oh, and here comes Maxim, and he's putting some rounds into Mamma Mia also. That poor girl's car's got a few bullet holes in it already. And it's like everybody's going to pick on the missus there. Poor Mamma Mia. Nobody likes her for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she just loves throwing napalm on your car and cooking it up. And I heard that she is a pretty decent cook. She does make a real good meat sandwich. And okay, here we go. Here comes Fire Grave coming up around here with, does look like, that might be Spectre there. It's hard to tell Spectre and Ghost apart. There are two twins in a pea pod there, but... And then here comes, looks like Yuri is lined up, and there's some rounds going into Mamma Mia there. A few bullet holes in the side of her car on the other side. everybody's concentrated on that poor girl. But Mamma Mia does a power slide, whips that car around, and throws a Molotov cocktail into, looks like Trenton's car. Trenton's car is now got some flames licking off the front of it. But no, Trenton had nothing to do with it. He puts the pedal to the metal and does a nice little power slide and slammed into the side of that car and puts a massive dent in it. Mamma Mia's car is not looking so good right now. But Mamma Mia, being that she's in a sports car, took off and flew around and put a few rounds into the backside of Yuri's car and said, "Hey, remember me?" Two could play at that game. And oh, here comes, looks like Sprocket there. He's coming up. Nothing to do right now. He's still out of range of everybody. And it does look like Starbuck will be coming up next to him here real quick. And it does look like, it's hard to say if that's Spectre or Ghost. I think that's Ghost that's coming out there. He's kicking in gear and he's heading for that junk pile. We'll just see what happens there. Who knows? He may get lost in the process. And then it does look like Maxim did a power slide around and put some more rounds into backside of Mamma Mia's car. And doesn't look like it's going to be a nice day for poor Mamma Mia. And running together side by side, just doing a Sunday drive that looks like Sprocket and Starbuck. It's like, hey, you guys go shoot each other up. We'll get there eventually. We got to drive all the way across this racetrack just to get to you guys. And it does look like the Fiery Grave team is all in formation and looking for somebody to run over and shoot up. And let's see, it does look like Yuri's had enough of this getting shot up here from Mamma Mia. He's got a little bit of smoke rolling off him because it looks like Mamma Mia tossed a Molotov on him when he was near her, and put some rounds in her just now. And then she goes sliding around and does look like she may have threw a Molotov into the ice cream truck there of poor Yakov and said, "Hey, it doesn't look like you're cooking enough. Here, have some more flames in your ice cream truck." A little bit of roasted, deep fat fried ice cream. And oh, here comes Trenton. He's up there. He's looking at that ice cream truck and says, "Hey, remember? Hey, welcome to the party, pal. Have some rounds." We're putting some bullets into him. And whoa, it does look like Starbuck got a little squirrely there and slid around. He does look like he kind of not knowing where he's going. He's kind of lost control there. And there's the trio. And look, oh, it does look like Ghost got lost in the junk pile and is kind of facing the wrong direction. He got kind of separated from the crew there. We'll just see how that works out for him. And we do have a head-on collision smacking together with the Ram. And it does look like there's a little bit of damage done to Trenton's car, and the ice cream truck is having a bad day. Yep, the ice cream truck flips in the air, lands on its side, and is now a junk pile. There's one kill. Rack it up. Scratch one flat top there, baby, because we have one less car in the race. Oh, and it does look like, oh, there goes, yep, he's got there running up there next to the side. There's Sprocket, just looking and say, "Hey, what's going on over there, Starbuck? You look a little lost." And let's see, yep, it looks like the trio of motorcycles are, well, it looks like the covey of quail all kind of scattered around here. They're trying to figure out how to angle these things out so they can start collecting some souls for the big guy. And there goes Mamma Mia whipping around there. And Yuri is like, hey, Mamma Mia, here's a couple rounds for you, and shoot you in the side. And then the turret's opened up. Mamma Mia shot a few rounds into the side of that turret, taking it down a little bit. A little bit of damage left on that thing, and those turrets are really not that hard to destroy. And here comes Sprocket. And he put a few rounds into, yes, he's shooting through the ice cream truck and hit Maxim's car, putting a few rounds into it. Said, hey, we finally made it to the big show. And here comes Starbuck up behind, getting information. Looks like he finally got that thing squared away and is ready to round. And we go through the fourth impulse of this game. And let's see here. Yes, it does look like Soul Rider has just collected his first soul from Yuri's car. And it does look like Fiery Grave is lined up for a big on-head collision. They put some rounds into the side. There's not much life left in Yuri's car. It looks like Yuri's down to a couple health points or so on that vehicle there. It's not looking so good. He may be out of it real soon. And yes, it does look like, oh, those motorcycles, there may be some type of logical thought going on here. So he's getting all of his motorcycles lined up and ready to run over top of everybody and collect some souls. And there goes Sprocket lining up. He put another few rounds in the backside of Maxim's car. And that's not looking so good. But, you know, he keeps on trucking. He still has a lot of health left in that car. And there goes Yuri sneaking through. And so, oh, the bullets are flying off, bouncing off the side of Yuri's car. That was a pretty ineffectual shot that went into him. He's still hanging in there. And yes, there goes. Looks like Mamma Mia's go whipping around there. She is trying to go around that rock. Looks like she's just trying to hide and keep away from everybody. Their car's not looking so good at the moment. Everybody shot her up. And here comes Starbuck and Sprocket all lining up, coming up from the rear. Sprocket, he's done a little bit of shooting, but Starbuck hasn't done a thing yet, other than running shotgun, basically. And then there's some rounds going in, just out of range from the way it looks. It doesn't look like Trenton's doing anything there, and Maxim is trying to line himself up for some good shots. Oh, there goes Soul Rider, just went right through, laying down a flaming pile, and just lit up Trenton's car. That thing is on fire. Woo! That's the second time that car's been toasting a little bit today. And there goes Maxim. He's like, hey, I can see you there. Mamma Mia, here, have a few more rounds into you. And it does look like Soul Rider is like, hey, I'm going to pick up another soul, as they went through Maxim and did a power slide. And, yep, it does look like Mamma Mia did do a power slide around. She put some rounds into Maxim's car, and they both look a little shot up at the moment. But you know, Maxim, he doesn't see a head-on he doesn't like. And, oh, yes, indeed, he did the head-on collision. That thing's going to look like it's going to be smacking head-on. And, ooh, this could be bad. We'll just see what happens here. And, oh, both cars are out of the race. We got two more down. Two more cars are down. Looks like Mamma Mia's out and Maxim's out for the second race in a row. He did a head-on collision and took somebody with him. Well, that's going to be some interesting things. Oh, and both cars did explode into a massive fireball of destruction. There's not much left of those two cars other than flaming hulks, because all that napalm just has to go up in flames. And there comes Sprocket. He's putting some rounds in the back of Trenton's car. Yeah, because he's got that thing lined up. And looks like the Trenton Sprocket cars are shooting a little at each other, but in here comes another. No, that is not Ghost. Yeah, that is Ghost. Ghost just went right through Trenton's car, and it does look like another soul collected up for the Fire and Grave team. And there looks like a little out of control there, but Trenton is putting some rounds into the side of Fire and Grave's car. And that turret is opened up, maybe, I think turret opened up on Fire and Grave. Oh, but looks like Yuri opened up on the turret, exploding it, taking it out. And it does look like, I'm not sure if that's Ghost or Spectre. I think that Spectre there is lining up and says, hey, I just collected myself another soul. and he's aiming right there for Yuri. But we'll just see what Trenton does. He's got himself a few rounds. It looks like, oh, he missed. He missed possibly. No, he didn't. He hit Yuri's car, and it went forward and exploded. And it did take out Trenton's car in the explosion. So we got 2 more cars down. That is a pretty bad day. And here it comes finally. Starbuck has got into the race. He just did a T-bone on, looks like he hit a T-bone on Fire Graves' car and did some good damage to it, knocking that thing forward. And then there goes, that car is a little out of control, but he did pick up a few tokens from Soul Rider and fix his car. But it does look like he may be slightly out of control. And yes, he is out of control, and he is wiping out and going off the track if possible right there. That could be a bad day. We'll just see what happens if he does leave the playing field. Yes, he did. He did lose control and left the field of play, so he is out of the race. That just leaves his ghost left on the track, all 3 of them. But they can't continue the Demolition Derby with the ghost, so that means Sprocket and Starbuck's team wins. They come in first place in this Arena of Death. Yes, and it does look like since Fire Grave was still active when he left, he comes in second place. He comes up and congratulates the other team. Says, congratulations, great job there, guys. And he survived without hardly any damage to his vehicle, but he is still in action for the next one. Not have to fix much up. Third place goes to Trenton. Fourth place goes to Yuri. And Mamma Mia comes in 5th in the rear with the gear. Because unfortunately everybody decided that they wanted to shoot him up right off the bat. And then there you go. There's everybody else. And here's race results. 22 points go to the Sprocket Starbuck team. 15 go to Fire Graves team. The Trenton Maxim team taking 7. Yuri Yakov coming with 3. And Mamma Mia picks up 1 point for that seasonal race right there. And let's just see. It's been, looks like Sprocket and Starbuck, that's the second time they've come in first place in a competition this season for race number 2. And let's just see how the season points are looking. It does look like Sprocket and Starbuck have 70 points for the season. Fire Grave at 37, 26 with Trenton and Maxim, 20 with Yuri and Yakov, and Mamma Mia comes in with 6. So yes, it's going to be a interesting race. It's we'll see where he comes out, and we'll be in the next one. Probably over at the Monroe track. Yes, we'll see how that one comes out. We'll see you in the next one.